Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Dark Raikou here with another what if. Yes, I know I have to continue on with the others like Byakuya and the other ones, but I'ma just kinda with the Byakuya one and like some other what ifs I actually thought of, and mostly what's it called? A lot of what ifs that I still gotta finish. Yes, I know I'm lazy half the time, and I kind of do think of a lot of what ifs. Okay, leave me alone. Also, I didn't upload yesterday was because I was just keep watching Bleach. Like the whole day I watched Bleach. Yeah, and also through the night. But whatever. Right now I'm on episodes. What's it called? I'm on one of the filler arcs, episode 90, and I'm on the arc of the bounce or whatever the fuck they're called. Yeah, the bounce. Mostly a different tribe of Bleach, which is interesting because the only thing I knew about Bleach of like the three race was the Quincy, the Hollows, and also the Soul Reapers. And also humans, but whatever. I did not know there was a bounce arc or whatever the hell it is. Kind of boring, not gonna lie, but kind of interesting at the same time. Meh. I'm in between for it. But yeah, not the point. What's funny for me is the ending of mostly some of the Bleach episodes on some of the endings of mostly of this bounce arc is kind of funny to me, but whatever. But not the point. The only interesting thing in this bounce arc is none other than White showing up and almost beating the shit out of the goddamn bounce. Whatever. Goddamn it, Ichigo. Gotta ruin the fun. But not the point. So, I know I'm rambling on. I don't care that much, but yeah. But this is called What If Issei Had the Big Three Inner Demons? So yeah, that means Karama, Shiro, also known as White, also known as White Ichigo, doesn't matter, or Zangetsu. And also, the last one's the Devil Fruit, but yeah, that's you already know about the Devil Fruit of Luffy's, the Nika Nika Maro, yeah, the Nika Nika no Mi Maro Sun God, or mostly Joy Boy, whatever. But yeah, I know some people are gonna be like, that's not an inner demon, but fuck it. I mean, if you think about it, it kind of is. It's an alternated ego, I guess, because it's mostly Luffy always smiling throughout the battle, but yeah, and laughing and just smiling most of the time, but yeah. But I don't think, did he even know how to control out the fight between Kaido? I can't remember, but yeah. But not the point. Mostly these three inner demons are actually going to represent one of the emotions that Issei will be feeling, mostly a part of his soul, but yeah. Like Shiro is hollow, the hollow like part, mostly the sadness, emotionless one. Kurama's going to be anger and hatred, and of course, mostly hollow is going to be like doubt, sadness, and despair, and a lot of other stuff. Mostly all the sadness stuff, with Kurama being hatred and what's it called, anger and other stuff. With what's it called, with the last kind of inner demon is going to be joy, happiness, and other stuff. So yeah, that's what's going to represent mostly the soul fragment of Issei's. But yeah, also Drake is still going to be there, but Drake is not going to know about these three inner demons. But not the point. So let's begin into this what if, and let me shut the fuck up. So yeah, now let me begin. So we begin into a baby boy just being born. This is where the baby boy, he's just like opening his eyes, his goldenish brown eyes, and looking at his mother and father. This is where, his mother is someone with brownish hair and kind of brownish eyes. Of course, his father is someone with kind of, brownish, but the same time kind of darkish brownish hair and like brownish eyes. This is where, they're happy to even have a child. Because every other time they actually got, mostly false kind of pregnancy tests. But yeah, or mostly what was that fucking word? I can't remember right now off my top of my head. But yeah, mostly they got falsely like shown that they will have a baby and other things. But this time they managed to get, a false carrier. I think that's what it's called. But mostly this time they actually managed to have a kid. This time, which, they were hoping it was a girl, but it's better than nothing. But yeah. Now this kid, kind of was just smiling at them, and of course is where, he was happy. Very happy. He was actually one of the happiest kids than normal. But of course, throughout the whole life of this kid, he has kind of had a friend during his childhood life. He has kind of four friends. One of them just went to what's it called? Europe, mostly, yeah, Europe, because of its family kind of being with the church. The second one was mostly someone that had it to kind of leave for unknown strange reasons. And his two best friends, well, mostly his two kind of perverted friends in the near future, are basically the only two best friends that he has. But yeah. Now they're quite overprotective of, well, the boy. But yeah. Now, this boy is none other than Issei Hyodo. Now, of course, Issei Hyodo is a normal teenager. Nothing strange about him. He always kind of smiles at his friends a lot. Now, of course, throughout even battle, not many times he ever fought, but he always had this like weird smile. He never had this anger look or anything. Well, yeah, he's kind of different from normal. Now, of course, well, his parents really don't like his perverted act, and they wish they didn't really, showed him or any of that, which he didn't, but he somehow found out, mostly because of when he was little. But yeah, mostly an old man talked about the war wonders and wonders of Opie. But yeah, this is where, well, Issei kind of developed a perverted nature. But yeah, now he is in high school and he is 17. So we go into a 17-year-old Issei. Issei kind of had a very strange kind of high school year. Mostly, this is the most strangest high school year because he just became a demon after a while, and now he's in the battle between Rice or Phoenix. Of course, he's trying to fight for mostly Ria's Grammary to get rid of the whole marriage. But of course, he's too weak, and he's right now on the ground. He's right now on the ground when Ricer's on top of the building. Ricer's laughing at Ria's Grammary and saying, "Now give up, Ria's Grammary. If you don't give up, then your pawn will die." This is where we go into Issei. Issei is closing his eyes. He's falling to conscious. The screen is turning black slowly. This is where, someone said, it's time for me. This is where, Issei fell into unconscious faster than normal. This is where, something actually screamed out, like a huge scream and energy. This sinister energy appears. This is where, mostly Riser Phoenix was telling, Rias to give up, and Rias was about to give up until they hear this screech. Yeah! This is where, everyone kind of widened their eyes, and we go into Issei's POV now. Right now, outside, not inside his mindscape, outside. This is where, Issei has his head down. But this is where, Riser says, "Huh? I see. So you Dragon Boy is still managing to get up. So, do you really want to die that fast? I guess I will kill you." This is where, before Riser can even say anything, Riser had to dodge mostly a punch. Well, not a punch. Mostly, had to dodge a rock. This is where Riser says, "You insolent fool. You dare even try to attack me? I'm going to kill you." This is where, Issei's hand right now unlocked mostly shown the boosted gear, but went into second liberation. And this is where, mostly Riser says, "You're still wanting to fight. Fine, I'll kick your ass." This is where, Ria says, "No, Issei." This is where, when Riser landed down and says, "That's it, you're dead, brat." This is where, we go into Issei. He's laughing with such a maniacal laugh. Die? Who do you think I am? This is where, mostly Riser was confused when Issei lift up his head. He now has a mask covering up half his face. His eyes are purely, one is yellow, but of course it's mostly the, white in your eye, he became black. It just became black. And the other side's a mask appearing. You think I'm going to die? Yeah, right. I won't let this fool die because it's convenient for me if I die also. This is where Riser had to dodge and punch very fast, mostly from the Dragon Gauntlet. Riser's confused. When Issei landed almost kind of near him, this is where Riser was about to send a fire attack at, Issei, but Issei managed to grab the arm and punch him right in the face, right now sending Riser into the wall. This is where Riser said, "What the hell are you?" "No, Who the hell are you? Who am I? I am... Well, he says, who am I? What a stupid question. I am him. Well, not I am him. He says, what's it? Fuck. So Riser says, who are you? Who am I? What a stupid question, you say. We go into Issei. I am who I am. And I am the one who's going to kill you, he says. This is where, well, Riser says, I thought you were just a regular dragon. What are you? Oh no. But you're dead. This is where Riser just tries to dodge a, well, punch from Issei, but Issei was too much faster than him. Now Riser was shocked to believe Issei got him faster. A punch smashes into his face, then a knee also smashes into his face, right now launching him into mostly the ground. This is where Riser gets up and says, you're dead, brat. Huh? Oh, you're angry. Well, you're so angry. For being a fried chicken, you're quite angry. What, are you gonna burst into flames? Are you gonna cook yourself so much more? You stupid looking fried chicken. This is where, well, we go into mostly Issei's mindscape. We go into a dark, bubbly kind of water. And then it changes into kind of being, well, inside this blank place. This is where Issei said, where am I? Then it all changes into kind of becoming a sewer area. And this is where Issei says, what the hell? Where am I exactly? No, this is so confusing. Issei is walking, of course, stepping on yellow water, but that's just because of the lighting. This is where he's walking and walking until he kind of meets up with this giant cage. This is where he says, what the hell is this? This is where, well, Issei didn't really want to be in this giant sewer cage, so of course he had to think of something else much better. So what he did is try to change this, which he doesn't know if this is his mindscape or not, but he's hoping he has some kind of power or wherever he's at to just change it. He then changed it into a, what's it called, scenery. Right now being on top of buildings. I mean the sideway of the buildings. Now of course the giant cage is still there, but this is where, well, a bright yellow light is on top of the sky, which is supposed to be the sun, which he's confused. But this is where, well, he still feels such sinister energy from, well, the cage. This is where, well, he feels like there's supposed to be another person here, but he's not here right now. He feels like maybe he's inside him, but he's confused. He then looks at the giant cage, and this is where he asks, who is there inside that giant cage? This is where, well, a giant claw almost smashes through the, cage, but getting blocked by the cage itself. This is where, well, he just jumps back out of fear and scared. This is where he says, what the hell? What the? This is where he summons his boost of gear, but he couldn't. This is where he's confused. It's like it won't respond to him. He feels like it's being used right now, but he's not the one being using it. This is where he's confused. He's like, what the hell are you? This is where he feels scared from this giant creature. This is where, well, the giant creature opens one of his eyes, slick red. But of course, this dark, demonic kind of energy is appearing from it. He says, what the hell are you? This is where, well, the creature right now opens its mouth, showing all its sharp teeth. This is where, well, glittering in the sky. Well, thanks to the sun up there, it's glittering. That's why he can be able to see it. But he can't see fully into it. It's all dark. You can only see an eye, some teeth, and also the giant claw that's right now into the cage. Seems to just try to even grab him or something. Or mostly grabbing the cage bar. So he just says, what the hell? What is happening? This is where Issei tries to get up and try to mostly stop his fear from going wild, because he needs to somehow get back to Rias, but he doesn't know where he's at. Issei said, who are you? This is where he tries to say without fear, but yet he feels fear so much with. This is where, well, we hear cackling behind the cage. Well, it seems that you're trying to show no fear, but yet you show so much of it. I can smell it off of you. This is where, oh, he says, that's kind of creepy, but still, that's not the point. Who are you? What are you? You don't know me? And I can't believe that white bastard of yourself always calls you king. You're no king of ours. Actually, you're quite the opposite. You're nothing to us. You're truly not the one to be able to use our power. Quite pathetic, might I say. This is where Issei said, "Who exactly are you? I I don't have time for your bullshit. I need to save Rias." "You mean the red-haired girl?" Well, she is going to be saved from the fried chicken, if that's what you're wondering. This is where Issei said, "But how? Wait, is Kiba or maybe..." "No. If you're thinking about the others, no, you're the one going to save her. But not exactly you. You fall unconscious, letting out one of your inner demons decide to take control of your body. And that's just because of your fault and idiotic. You should have become much stronger. We've been calling out your name ever since you were born, but you haven't listened, even once. Even after we call you multiple times, you haven't listened to our voice. We are your inner demons, and we ask for only to be let out and be, well, willing to help you." This is where, well, he says with such a maniacal kind of grin. You can only see teeth from mostly Issei in the dark cage. Issei said, "What are you talking about? Inner demons? What are you talking about? I don't know exactly what you're talking about." I see. After you becoming a pervert, well, getting exposed by that old man and becoming a pervert. I see. So, your body decides to create another, I guess, spirit. But this spirit is mostly a lust spirit. Just a spirit that's kind of useless and making you unable to talk to us. We are part of your soul and yet you won't talk to us. He says, "What are you talking about? Part of my what?" "Oh, right. You're still also stupid. You're stupid, you're dumb, you're not that smart. Well, you are smart, but you don't use much of your brain. You don't use anything. You were gifted with so much power, but yet you're so pathetic. You should learn how to get rid of that lust. Or do you want me to get rid of it for you? Besides, it's not going to help you with anything." "Anything? Well, I should probably ask you this question, but it'd probably be pointless, because you probably would choose something stupid. Do you want power, or do you want to just stay the same and become such a weakling that you won't be able to protect anyone?" This is where, well, he says, "What is with the power stuff? Would it come with the cost of my life or something?" "No. Well, it'll come at a cost of getting rid of that stupid lust spirit, mostly lust form spirit, soul part of your body." This is where, well, Issei thinks about it. He doesn't really understand much, but power is needed, but yet he doesn't know if he would lose all his emotions. He actually doesn't know if he should trust this thing. It's talking to him like a normal human, like a normal being, which is kind of comforting to him, because for some reason, ever since he joined, well, not joined, mostly ever since he, joined and came towards Kuo Academy, he's quite being very lustful, but of course at the same time, really hasn't been treated as a normal human being, because, well, mostly it's his two friends that are quite more lustful than him, because, well, yeah, they're more lustful than him, because Issei knows how to control his lust, but not many girls even like him. He's just friends with both Murahama and Matsui, but yet, since they're the ones who mostly cause the trouble and not him, everyone thinks he causes also the trouble. So of course, mostly no one really did talk to him like a normal human being. Not the teachers, none of the male or even female teachers talk to him normal. Even now that he thinks about it more, not even was it called Rias or the others talk to him normal. Mostly they kind of say a few words and kind of like tell him this and that. And of course he listens. He also does listen to Kiba and other things, but yeah. Well, apparently he listens to Kiba. Now that he thinks about it, he never did try to talk to the male students. Mostly he was trying to talk to the female students, but failed because of his charisma most of the time. This is where Issei thinks about it now. Is this lust personality soul really this important to him? Or is it just pointless? He's trying to think more. More and more and more. So where, well, Issei was about to kind of reach his hand out towards the cage, because he's actually now thinking to make a deal with this creature. He doesn't know if this is a good idea or not, but for some reason his instinct of his soul is telling him it is a good idea. But before reaching out with his hand, he's right now being pulled back. This is where something started appearing from underneath the ground, from underneath behind him. This purplish like hand and tentacle started appearing, right now stopping him from even reaching to the gate. This is where Issei, what is this? What the hell? This is where, well, mostly what's it called? The huge creature just snorts and says, I see. If it isn't you, the lust that it resides with inside your body. This is where we go into Issei POV, and when he looks back, he sees this purplish kind of, mostly this darkish kind of purplish, pinkish kind of color. Mostly it looks like Issei, but like the opposite, being kind of purplish and pinkish. This is where, well, this Issei says, where do you think you're going? You shouldn't leave me. You know, that's probably wrong of you. This is wrong of everything. This is not what you want to do. You know you want to have a harem. A harem. You want to become the harem king, don't you? This is where Issei says, let go of me. This is where, well, the creature says, no, I can't. I am a part of you. You gotta accept me. No, you can't just get rid of me. No, I won't let you get rid of me. This is where, well, mostly this Issei stopping, what's it called, Issei from reaching the gate. Let go of me, now! This is where, well, we go into, well, from this inside mindscape, we go into the POV of, well, mostly Issei, well, yeah, outside Issei versus what's it called, Riser. Riser's getting his ass beat right now. Oh, come on, fight back, better than that. Boost! Punching Riser so hard in the face. Riser can't barely even react with the punches and kicks, punches, knees, and other attacks into Riser's like chest and body most of the time. He can't react fast enough. And for some reason, this mask that mostly appear on Issei's face, it seems to be the one thing that's controlling him and making him much powerful. Even Riser sending a fireball straight into Issei's face and trying to destroy the mask was unusable. Mostly the fire didn't even affect the mask. This is where the mask, the person who is supposed to be Issei, was that all you had? Quite pathetic. He punches Riser again, but this time with the red gauntlet, and it was boosted up to 4 times. This is where Riser smashes into multiple buildings. Oh, come on. Is that the best you have? You truly are so pathetic. Such a pathetic fried chicken I ever decided to fight. Come on. Aren't you supposed to be stronger? Why are you this pathetic? This is where Riser's getting up and saying, so annoying. You are, aren't you? Huh? Am I annoying? Well, I guess that makes 2 of us, because you're also annoying. You're so pathetic. This is where, you're so pathetic as like this person. What I resign within. This is where Riser says, what are you talking about? But before Riser can even ask for any more details, he gets right now kicked in the chin so hard, right now launched up in the air. This is where he then gets his stomach just kicked in, right now smashing into the building. This is where, everyone that's watching this that's outside from this mostly rating games, everyone's just watching this right now in shock and horror. Mostly some of the Phoenix members are watching this in horror. Right now seeing Riser getting his ass beat by the Red Dragon Emperor. This is where, Sir Zex is kind of confused. The mask that appears on Issei's face seems to be kind of, for some reason organic and non-organic. His voice also changed. The Red Dragon Emperor's voice changed entirely. It seems way more distorted and much more eviler than normal. This is where we go back into inside Issei. Inside Issei, look at me, you bastard! I can't. No, I won't let you just. This is where he's trying to pull away from mostly the what's it called? Mostly the lustful Issei. And lustful Issei says, no, you gotta come back. Don't you want the girls? Don't you want to grab their oppai? Don't you want to just make sure that they're yours? Don't you want Rias and the others to praise you for saving them with the power you have? Don't you want to have them to become this and this and this? You're just going on with more lustful stuff and very sexual most of the time. It's where he says, let go of me. No. Get away from me. I'll make my own choice. I won't let some purplish fucker like you decide to choose what I want. This is where, mostly lustful Issei says, you don't know what you want just yet. You still gotta be with me. You're the one that created me. You know, If you never met that old man, then I guess you will always just become much more powerful than normal. But you created me. Come on, stay with me. This is where, instead of being tentacles, there seems to be arms now grabbing Issei. Issei's like, go it, you bastard! He's trying to get to the cage. He's slowly getting to the cage, but this is where he's now stopping. He's trying to stop himself from getting pulled back. This is where, that's what he says. Hey, stop this. You know you have to stay with me. Stay with me forever. You know you have to. Don't you want to make every girl be? This is where, he says, shut up. I don't care no more. I realize now that it's quite stupid for me to even stay lustful. Then again, normal guys would stay lustful, but I have way too much lust. I created you on accident. I didn't mean to. I guess it was all my fault. I don't know why you're here, but I don't want to be here. This is where, mostly, Lost Voices says, too bad. You're going to have to stay with me forever. You don't need to know about true love or any of that. All you gotta know is about Opie, isn't it, right? This is where Issei said, you bastard. This is where, Issei's getting angrier at what's it called, mostly Lost Issei. And this is where Issei says, you don't even need to know about true love. You don't need to know about any of that. When Issei kind of heard true love, he just had a flashback of something that mostly was in his mostly childhood life. Now, there was 4 people I mentioned. There was a girl named Irina, but mostly Issei thought of it being a boy, being Iron. Another girl that was having whitish hair and, of course, bluish eyes. Or, not whitish hair and bluish eyes, no. She kind of had what's it called, this blondish, mostly it kind of was a palish, kind of rose blondish hair. She also had dull blue eyes. And of course, Issei for some reason can't remember her name. But this is where he then had his other 2 friends. One was named Murahama Masui, which is now his 2 best friends right now. Now, of course, they're quite protective of Issei because, but of course, at the same time, they're not. This is where, Issei doesn't know what to do. He remembers that girl, and for some reason, he remembers the kind of outlook and what she looked like when they were younger. And of course, this is where, we go into something that happens to Issei. Issei said, he can't remember her name, but all that he remembers is starts with a J. This is where, he can't remember her name, but all that he remembers is that she had kind of palish skin, and she was always kind of smiling at Issei. More smiling than that of, she smiles more towards Issei than anyone else. Anyone in their friend group, from Matsui Murahama or even Iron or Irina. This is where, she kind of was like kind and gentle, and Issei wanted to kind of always kind of be with her like a friend, a best friend and other stuff. But of course she had to leave for unknown reasons. This is where Issei said, I don't remember her name, but all I want is love, not lust. So get away from me. We go into Issei kind of getting out and trying to pull himself away from lustful Issei. This is where Issei's power has actually came back, or mostly his power started increasing. This is where, his eyes right now shine from normal goldenish brown to actually becoming truly golden. This is where, like actual golden eyes. This is where the iris is, mostly, not the iris, mostly the kind of, is it iris? Or no, the kind of white in Issei's eyes right now changing to that of black for a second. And of course, showing to kind of being similar to that, his eyes are similar to that of mostly his, mostly the demon that's right now taking control of him outside. But no, so not just that just appeared in his eyes. Right now, his hair is turning right now kind of reddish. Mostly it's turning kind of, this goldenish color, and then it's turning fully white. This is where a smoke, kind of a cloud of ring appear behind him. This is where, he says, I'm not giving up. I'm never giving up. I'm not a part of you, and you shall be gone from my body. I'm not looking for lust. I'm looking for love, not you. This is where, Issei's eyes also, not his eyes, mostly what's it called? Something appeared behind him, like energy tails started appearing behind him. And this is where Issei says, let go of me. This is where Issei rushes. He did let himself get pulled in, but this is where his fists right now kind of transform. Mostly he was about to punch Lustful Issei to annihilate him. His fist right now, and mostly his like left fist right now transforms. It kind of had this whitish energy, then this crimson and red energy, and then it just has this, what's it called? Mostly it has this whitish energy, blackish energy, and what's it called, this red crimson energy. This is where Issei said, "Fuck you." This is where, well, before, what's it called, mostly Lustful Issei can dodge. He right now gets punched in the face so hard, and this is where Issei didn't know what to call this, like, attack, but he just says, "Annihilation Punch." This is where, well, he punches Lustful Issei instantly, and he just exploded. Lustful Issei just exploded into millions of just this pinkish, like, goo out of him. This is where, well, the goo started dissipating and just transforming into nothing. This is where, well, just turned into dust. Issei looks at what he did, but this is where something behind him, mostly there is 9 kind of this tail figures, right now disappears. This is where, well, Issei's kind of eyes and hair right now disappears. Right now going back to a goldenish brownish color, but not gold. This is where, well, he then turns around and sees the cage. This is where Issei said, I now understand what I have to do. I want to be loved, not lusted after. This is where, well, mostly the creature that's behind it right now smiles, and then his cage just lights up, right now showing a giant orange fox. This is where, well, the giant orange fox says, "Good to know. I'm happy that my partner has finally figured out that lust isn't something that everyone should have to go after. No, the true meaning of lust is only that of the alternative version of true love. So, you will have to look for that girl, or maybe find someone else. I don't know. But good to know that you came back to your true sense, King." This is where, well, he still doesn't understand why he's called King, but this is where, well, the cage kind of opens a little bit, cracks in, and this is where energy starts flooding into Issei's body. This is where, well, we go into something in the sky right now shining much brighter. Of course, this is where Issei says, "What is happening?" This is where, well, the creature says, mostly this 9-tailed beast says, "I am giving you some of my power. You will be only to use 1 tail. But you will be not the only one, well, I will not be the only one giving you power. You will be also learning how to control all 3 of your demons. Me. I am the demon, well, I am your soul and spirit of the inner demon. I am that of hatred and anger. I raise a pen." This is where, well, mostly something in the bright sky, even though Issei can't barely see what it is, he can barely see the figure or anything, but it's all shiny and goldenish. This is where, well, he can barely hear the voice, but all he heard, "I am the recipient of happiness and joy and freedom," and other stuff. This is where, well, something kind of white appears behind him also power flowing through behind him. Instead of being in goldenish light on top of him, it's whitish color, but it's kind of very hollow. This is where when he turns behind him, he sees himself. But instead of being a purplish kind of pinkish color, it's all white and black. And has gold and kind of golden irises, mostly in his eyes, being his eyes. This is where, well, this creature smiles and says, "Hello there, King. I am you. I am the hollow version. I am your sadness and despair. I am the one to recipient your soul. We all 3 are one of your recipient of your soul. You are the king and the leader. You have to master our power one day. But for right now, go out, King, and show them your true power and what you were born with, King." This is where all of them said at the same time. This is where Issei was confused, but this is where we go into the outside. Right now, well, mostly the mask is starting to break, and this is where, well, mostly Riser was confused, but this is where he drank a phoenix tear before he was going to go against, well, mostly Issei. And that was because, well, Rabble decided to give him the phoenix tear. This is where, well, Riser says, "You bastard! You decide to fight me, but luckily it seems that you ran out of fuel. So, Ria's Creamery, when are you going to be mine?" Ria saw Issei, and Issei stops kind of fighting him. This is where, well, mostly we go into Issei opening his eyes now. Right now into the true world instead of being inside his mindscape. This is where, well, his mask didn't fully disappear. It seems to just disappear halfway through. Right now, in his right side, it seems to appear a half mask. This is where it's kind of cracked a little bit, but not much. Right now, not covering up his other side, his left side. Instead, his left side shows to be a slick red eye that appears. This is where, well, he's now developed with reddish energy, right now all apparent around him. But of course, a tail appears behind him. This is where, well, not just all that appears. His hair started just shining a little bit brighter, and a cloud started appearing. Well, not really a cloud, but mostly he felt his body being different. Well, it wasn't a cloud. His eyes, well, his hair didn't change just yet, but he felt kind of different. He felt like he can stretch for some reason. But this is where, well, Issei didn't care. He then looks at Riser. Riser saying, "Are you gonna give up, Ria's Gremory? You have no way to win. Yeah, I can kill your bishop, I can kill your pawn. Guess what? I'll be able to take you. You will be my prize." This is where Rias was about to also give up, but this is where Issei says, "Huh? What the hell did I said I was gonna give up?" This is where Riser looks towards Issei, and before he can even react, a stretch punch punches him in the face, right now launching him into a building. When the fuck did I said I was gonna give up? Now, Issei's voice is not that distorted, but still distorted. This is where, well, Riser gets up and says, "Ugh, you insolent fool! What the hell? I thought with that punch I sent to your stomach, I thought I managed to knock you out. Damn it! How are you still alive?" I don't know. But all I know is a pathetic weakling like you should stay 6 feet under. This is where, well, Riser says, "You little brat! I'll kill you!" Yeah, right. This is where Issei appears right in front of Riser much faster. Riser widened his eyes with the blinding speed that Issei has now shown. He was faster in his hollow fall, well, mostly hollow taking control of his body. But now Issei's body has become much more faster, thanks to the boosted speed of his other demons helping him. This is where, well, Issei right now appears right now swinging down a claw straight toward Riser. And they did kind of cut his face. This is where Riser screams in pain. This is where Riser saying, "Ah, you little, ah!" This is where Riser is trying to heal his face, but for some reason it's slowly healing. Riser saying, "What the hell? This doesn't make any sense. No, you're just a normal human. What the hell are you exactly?" Issei said, "Who am I? Well, I don't know who am I just yet. But all I know is, I guess you can call me the king. Maybe. I don't really know who I am. But all I know is that for someone like you, you should be dead and broken. Probably thrown into trash. Because you're nothing but garbage." This is where, well, Riser rushes at Issei saying, "Die!" This is where Issei dodges, and this is where he swings a punch, a right punch. And this is where his, right fist right now extended and punches Riser in the face. Right now pushing him into a wall again. Mostly into a building wall, but yeah, you get the point. This is where, well, both Ravel and the Queen widen their eyes. The Queen rushes towards Issei because, well, if mostly a Riser Phoenix loses, then they will lose. This is where, well, the Queen rushes at Issei, sending an explosion at Issei, and multiple explosions. This is where Rhea says, "Ice!" This is where, well, not ice, mostly she says, "Issei!" This is where everyone widened their eyes, thinking that Issei was defeated. This is where Issei appears right now, extending his hand through this dirt, or mostly the smoke, and grabbing, what's it called, Riser's, mostly Queen, mostly from the shoulder. This is where Riser's Queen widened their eyes, and of course, mostly widened her eyes, not their eyes. Mostly, she was like, "What?" This is where Issei appears stretching towards her, and this is where Issei says, "Get the fuck out of my way, you bitch!" This is where Issei punched her in the face so hard that she was actually eliminated in an instant. She took too much damage. This is where, well, she was eliminated too fast and easily. This is where the announcer says, "Riser's Queen has been eliminated in an instant." This is where Riser widened his eyes. Now Ravel is watching this, and all she thinks is this is a wild creature, a monster. This is where, well, Issei said, "This power is so interesting. I wish it kind of had a sword now that I think about it." This is where, well, someone in his head says, "You think you have a sword? You have 2 of them, you idiot." For some reason, he feels like someone's calling him an idiot. This is where Issei then, for some reason, got the names of these swords that appear right into his hands, mostly his right and left hand. Now, his right hand still has a boosted gear, in which Drake is just fucking confused. He felt like Issei was taking some of his power and being able to go into second liberation, and was almost about to go into, what's it called, mostly into balance breaker, but was confused that he stopped. He was about to go balance breaker, but this where, well, mostly he was confused. Now he's even more confused, seeing Issei cover develop with this reddish energy that's unknown to him. It feels unknown to him, of course. It doesn't feel like magic entirely, but it's just confusing. This is where, oh, then he can see Issei has a mask, which he saw it, but it was about to like take all over his body, but this time it just stick to one side. Now Issei, one of his eyes is red, like slick red, and of course his eye, mostly the white in his eye, mostly is black, both sides, but yeah. But there's also, what's it called, the fact that Issei can stretch out his hand, but yeah. Which, Drake is just confused. He's just, what the fuck is happening? No, Drake never met the 3 inner demons that Issei kinda has. It's mostly in his soul, which Drake should have met the soul other, like, the recipients of the soul, well, mostly the fragment souls of mostly Issei, the 3 recipients that are like demons and what. He should have met them, but Drake couldn't really meet them thanks to the fact that Issei developed lust, kind of stopping Poach, the Heavenly Dragon, from meeting, well, Issei's 3 demons. But yeah. But of course, Drake is not complaining. But something appears. 2 swords. These 2 swords is, one is goldenish yellow, like, well, mostly it has a, well, it's like this. It's kind of a handle, but it kind of shows to be like the guard is like a dragon head, or mostly a dragon body, but being kind of slender, slithery mostly. And it's kind of black and golden like this. And of course, mostly the sword is like this. That's one of the swords. And the other sword is kind of the opposite, being kind of dark version mostly, but yeah. Now, of course, there's in the end of the swords, mostly in the very beginning, like the handle, there's the cloth, one being kind of red and the other one kind of being dark blue. This is where Issei says, what the hell? Now, he didn't know what their names exactly was, but he heard them. Well, he heard one of them clearly. The other one was distorted as hell, but yeah. He heard the yellow one's sword name kind of being Kogono Dragono. So yeah, that's just mean golden dragon in kind of Japanese, but yeah. This is where, well, he heard the name, and of course, where, well, he then kind of decides to kind of, for some reason, he felt like he should be using this ability. When he kind of calls upon the dragon's name, mostly the kind of sword's name exactly, and that being a golden dragon, this is where, well, he then says, Shikai, release. This is where, well, something appeared from the sword. A golden kind of slither of like a golden figure dragon appears. And of course, this is where it was like all energy entirely, and not actually like a physical yet. It was just fully energy. This is where, well, Issei launches straight towards Riser Phoenix. Riser could not dodge the attack, and it just went through his body in an instant. This is where it wasn't affecting his body, but it was affecting the soul, destroying it faster than normal. This is where, well, puring it, since, well, Riser's soul is a devil, it was puring it. It was like, right now, hurting him much worse than any holy weapon could ever do. It was like destroying the devil's soul. This is where Riser fell down to the ground, feeling like almost his entire soul was like ripped out of his body, destroying burns. This is where Riser coughed up blood. What just happened? What the hell are you? This is where Issei said, what the hell? This is where the golden dragon right now slither around Issei, like if it was like some kind of, well, mostly like scarf. But of course, it was like protecting Issei, just in case he walked close to Riser, or maybe Raffle decides to get in his way. He says, well, it seems that you're dead. It's time for you to die, Riser Phoenix. This is where Issei didn't know why, but it seems like the golden blade sword seemed to be the most effective against Riser. He wasn't using the dark blade, so of course he decides to ask the dark blade to go back. And the dark blade still was unable to be heard because it was still very hard to understand because it was all gibberish most of the time. So of course, mostly he heard the golden dragon, but he didn't hear the other kind of dragon blade. But of course, he was walking towards Riser, and Riser said, get away from me. You know this was the best for the, well, mostly the, well, Grammary, the whole pure blood thing. Issei said, yeah, I heard it. You told me millions of times. I don't really gotta hear it multiple times. Now, of course, Issei's voice is still distorted as hell. And this is where, oh, Issei said, well, I should be cutting off your legs, then I'll cut off your arms, then I'll cut off your head, and then I will wrap you all up into a present. Isn't that sound so fine? This is where Riser widened his eyes, thinking that literally Issei, he's like talking about this like if he was talking about the fucking weather, like it's a nice day out there. Which it is, it's a nice day here where I live, but that's not the point. This is where, well, mostly Riser says, please, let's talk about this Dragon Emperor. No, we have nothing to talk about. Now, hold still because I'm gonna cut your legs off and you're going to just have to scream, okay? Scream for me. Right now, sing me a song. This is where Issei's kind of evil a little bit. This is where Issei said, now hold still. Issei puts his leg onto Riser's chest and Riser can't get up. He feels too weak. He can't move his body entirely. It's like his soul was burned out of his body. So this is where Riser's unable to move. Basically, he's just letting the Red Dragon Emperor just do whatever, which he's not trying to. He's scared of literally getting his leg cut off. This is where Issei say, shh, 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 shush. This is where Issei was about to swing the sword upon what's it called Riser's leg until Raffle appears down and says, please, stop hurting my older brother. This is where, well, Issei said, huh? No. This is where Issei said it very casually and said no. This is where, well, Issei was about to swing the sword again. And this is where Raffle says, please, I will do anything. Please, I will even become your servant. Please, stop hurting him. This is where, well, Issei looks at her and still says no. Please, I'll do anything. I'll even become your kind of, well, personal servant. Please, 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 I'll become your maid or something. I just let go of him. That's where Issei said, you are desperate as hell. Still, I'm saying no because there's only one thing that I want to do. I don't really want you to become a servant. That's because that's kind of weird as hell. How old are you anyway? Raffle Phoenix says, 16 in human years? Exactly. This shit, no. No. What the hell? If it was my old me, I think I would have said yes. But luckily for me, I took out my lustful self. He mumbles a little. This is where, well, Issei said, still, no. Go away. How about this? I won't kill your brother. I won't cut off his legs. I'll cut off one arm, and I'll give him back to you. That's all I will do. This is where Raffle Phoenix right now wind her eyes and say, no, please, don't cut his arm or anything. Okay, fine. How about this? I cut off 5 fingers from his body. 5 fingers from whatever, either being his toes or his fingers. And I'll give it back to you. And this is where Raffle Phoenix is right now paling, because Issei is truly trying to bargain here. Now, of course, Riser is right now paling also because Issei is not letting go of him and not wounding him as badly as normal. This is where, well, Raffle Phoenix says, please, can you just give him back normally? Fine. Issei was about to let go of his leg, but this is where Issei swung his sword so fast and the sword cut in his chest. This is where Riser was unable to kind of he thought he was going to be, what's it called, let go. He thought he was going to be fine. No, he literally got a slice through and his Phoenix regeneration isn't being able to heal it. Well, there you go. I only gave him a small little wound. Issei walked past what's it called, Raffle Phoenix. Don't worry, he should be fine and heal. Maybe. My sword has a very light property to actually hurt devils much better. I probably accidentally cut his sword into 2. So, good luck into seeing your brother be normal ever again. This is where, well, Raffle Phoenix fell down and kind of, mostly sat down and says, brother, are you okay? Eyes are feeling. He's right now unable to talk to her, and of course, this is where he dissipates into blue, and of course, she dissipates into blue, also giving up. This is where, well, mostly Issei dissipates the sword and the energy around him started dissipating. The hollow mask stays into his face saying, you know, I will keep this hollow mask until the hollow mask starts breaking off. This is where he says, no, I like my distorted voice. No, you can't just leave me. Get back here. This is where, well, his mask fully breaks. His eyes transform back to normal. This is where Issei said, get back here, you motherfucking hollow. This is where Issei screams into his mind. This is where no one answers. This is where Issei says, you motherfucker. I love that fucking distorted voice. It made me kind of look so fucking dumb. But I guess I wasn't going to become sinister and evil. You mean that? You jerks. This is where, well, mostly the red collar also disappears. And he felt his body being really weak. He says, oh shit, I feel very weak. This is probably bad. This is where, well, the ground, or mostly what's it called, Everyone started kind of disappearing. Of course, through the ground underneath started breaking, and of course, it was falling towards the what's it called midair. This is where Rias kind of noticed what was happening, and this is where Rias spreads out her wings, grabbing Ozia, and this is where she realized something. Issei was falling from the floor to all the way down to the bottom floor. This is where Issei said, "Oh shit, I don't have enough energy for wings or anything. Fuck. I'm literally going to die." Well, I guess that was the rest. Rest in peace. I guess I'm going to die without a care in the world. This is where Issei is looking around. This is where Issei says, where to go? Damn, I have a little bit of energy. I hope this works. I watched Bleach. Please tell me it will work. So, one thing's for sure, Issei noticed about the Hollow Mask, the demonic energy, and also the stretching thing. He kind of read about this in what's it called, either in the manga or watching an anime. This is where, he's thinking it's similar the same for his abilities. Mostly the animes that he watched in the manga. He's thinking of Naruto, Bleach, in One Piece, and he's like thinking of Bleach's one of the moves, and that is called Flash Step. He doesn't know if it will work. He doesn't know if his hollow self whatever shit has it, but he doesn't care. He's going to use it somehow. Actually, can he even fly as a hollow? This is where Issei's trying to concentrate, trying to see if he can actually either do Flash Step or try to fly. This is where he says, come on, let me fly. Fuck, I'm going to literally die. Oh well, who cares? If I die, do I become a hollow? That would actually look fucking dope. I'll become a giant hollow. And then I'll have to go up the ranks, and then I'll somehow become an Espada. And this is where, Issei is thinking all about this. This is where Issei is like thinking about stuff, and this is where Issei says, I'm literally gonna fall. Well, I guess I'll die like this. This is where Issei is right now, just like putting both of his hands in a cross motion. This is where, not cross motion. He just like puts him in the back of his like head, like if he was literally falling asleep mid-air, and saying, well, this is the only end for me. It's time for me to die. Well, I guess this doesn't really matter, does it? This is where, Issei is saying, it's time for my death. I guess I'm going to die like this. That's where Issei is thinking about something. Wait, I haven't read the One Piece in a while. Wait, what could Luffy do again? He's made out of rubber, and that's where Issei's thinking. He's still falling. That's where Rias doesn't know what to do. Right now, she's trying to like fly towards Issei. And of course, like trying to like put Ozia down the ground fast enough. And then trying to like fly up towards Issei, because Issei isn't spreading out his wings. Probably because he's extremely tired against Riser's battle. Issei says, I remember something that mostly Luffy could do. What could he do again? He's made out of rubber. He can do a lot of things, like stretch and other stuff. He can also use water to kind of make a water balloon. He can also use air to make an air balloon. Mostly a rubber bubble. I'm being an idiot, am I not? Well, time to do this. This is where he's getting so much air and going into a ball, and this is where when he hits the ground, he bounces up, and this is where he then lets go of the air, and this is where he falls down to the ground. Softly as he could, but really, it doesn't matter. He's still made out of rubber. He says, yeah. Well, that was interesting. Well, time to sleep. This is where Issei falls asleep. But yeah, he didn't care about anyone who saw this. But yeah. We go into mostly a time skip of mostly a fanciful restaurant, like a fancy restaurant. And of course, we go into someone with blonde hair and blue eyes. That's Kiba. Mostly we go into Kiba, Koneko, Akano, and what's it called, Ozia. Now, of course, they're looking for Issei. Now, we go into Rias and her brother, kind of also looking for Issei. And Issei is not to be seen. Well, mostly a devil noticed him, mostly one of the fancy devils noticed Issei. But we go into Issei's POV. Food! But yeah, Issei is literally eating all the food. This is where Issei kind of became like Luffy, if you think about it. He has, similar power, but yeah. This is where, not really, I'm just kidding. He's just eating some food, but mostly falling asleep. This is where, there's 3 people there. Mostly that being from Sona's kind of group. Being Sona herself, Tsubaki, and also, well, Sanji. Now, Sanji is right next to Issei. Also, see, this is weird because they ate like almost a whole portion of like the food of the dining room. But yeah, this is where Issei said, this is where he's still asleep. But yeah, this is where, well, everyone is sweat dropping. This is where Rias and Sona sighs. This is where Rias goes up to Issei, and of course, where she doesn't know how to wake him up. But of course, where, well, mostly, well, Crispy appears right behind both the dragons, and right now kind of uses her eyes, well, mostly her eyes hand to wake them up from touching them in the bare back of the neck. And this is where both Issei and even what's it called, well, Sanji wake up, and this is where both of them say, go. This is where, well, they just kind of almost shot up from their kind of like clothing, but yeah, this is where Issei say, what the hell is that? This is where Sanji say, I don't know. This is where, well, they turn around to see, well, Gracie, Rias, and Sona kind of disappointed in them. This is where, well, most of all the devils are sweat dropping. This is where he says, what were we talking about again, Sanji? Oh, yeah, before we started eating and then falling asleep, I was talking about, how the fuck do you have 3 of the best enemies out there, inner demons, or what the fuck? You got Shiro, you got freaking Kurama, and you got, what's it called? Gum Stretch. This is bullshit. I only have a dragon inside me. Well, that's just because that's your fault. I guess I'm the main character. Not really. Or I can be the main villain. This is where, well, mostly Sanji pales and says, if you have the inner demons, then I must have the, well, mostly the heroes. The spirits of the heroes. This is where Issei said, hero. I don't remember ever you believing in the hero side. Well, no. Well, fuck you, man. This is where, well, mostly Sanji and Issei seems to be interested in mostly anime, and they mostly talk a lot about anime. This is where Sona and Rias kind of notices, and of course, like, if they're best friends for a while, which they are, secretly they've been best friends for a while, watching anime most of the time, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly Gracie still doesn't understand, but this is where, well, Rias decides to grab his hand from actually talking towards Sanji a lot, and this is where Issei said, what is happening? This is where he's being pulled, and this is where, well, mostly since it's stretchy, his hand is the one to just being pulled. He says that, so, wait. Well, then again, do you think I can go, like, 5th gear? This is where, or not 5th gear, do you think I can go 4th gear, Snake Man? This is where, well, mostly, what's it called? Sanji says, I swear to God, if you go Snake Man, my very fucking form from, well, Luffy, I'm going to kill you. Well, that's if he could actually hurt me, then if I don't kill you from going into Snake Man. This is where Sanji says, fuck you, man. But, this is bullshit. What was those 2 swords that you used against that fried chicken? Now, I should mention, well, Sanji was there watching with, what's it called, Sona and, well, Sobaki, but yeah, because he got there kind of asking Sona for something, but this is where, well, he saw the whole situation. This is where, well, mostly, Sanji said, what was those 2 swords? They weren't even Zangetsu, were they? No. I don't think Zangetsu is the 2 blades. I mean, into maybe the latest anime chapters, or not anime chapters, anime episodes. Don't you dare spoil what's it called, Blood of War for me. This is where Sanji said. This is where he says, sheesh, I won't actually spoil that, because I haven't got there. Leave me alone. This is where, well, mostly Sanji says, good. I just heard some spoils, that's all. Okay, good. Don't you dare spoil it for me. Fine. You don't gotta get so grumpy about it. Still, I hate how you got fucking Kurama with you. I don't even know if that's actually Kurama, okay? Leave me alone. What happened if I just have some inner demon with me, kind of pretending to be Kurama? This is where, well, what about that reddish color and that reddish tail and that, what's it called, reddish eye? This is complete bullshit. This is where Ria says, Issei! This is where, well, Issei looks, well, behind him and sees, well, Ria's trying to pull his hand. And this is where, well, Issei says, huh? You need something? This is where, well, Ria says, yes, get over here. This is where, well, Issei said, fine. This is where his hand is just going back to normal if he just walks towards Ria's. And this is where, well, Sanji, he then gets his ear pulled by, well, Sona, and this is where Sona says, God damn it, Sanji. This is where Sanji says, I didn't do anything, why am I getting my ear pulled? Who ate all this food? Well, that was, both me and Issei. We were kind of hungry. I wasn't expecting you to have such a large appetite. Well, that is true. I guess I didn't really want to get beat by Issei and his new abilities. This is where, well, Sona says, yeah, I understand. This is where, mostly we go into Issei and, well, Rias being next to each other. And of course, this is where, mostly from Rias' brother, he coughs into his kind of like coat and says, Red Dragon Emperor, what is your wish? This is where, Issei said, can I get 3 favors? Okay. One of those favors, I don't want Rias to get married. What if another favor? That's a good question. What to do? I guess I just hold on to 2 of those favors. Okay. That's definitely okay. This is where, I thought you were asked for a harem and an instant. No, not exactly. I think I don't really want a harem. This is where Rias kind of looks at Issei in an instant, right now with her eyes widen. So, mostly, we go into, Rias turning her head like she was actually about to like stab her head off of her body. She like turns so fast and sees Issei. And this is where, Issei looks at Rias and confused and says, Rias, are you okay? This is where even, her older brother seems concerned about his little sister and says, Rias, are you okay? This is where they both seem concerned. And this is where, Akano and Konoko heard this, and even Azia, and half the devil who are nobles even heard this, like, the human doesn't really want to harem. But of course, mostly, Issei and, Sir Zex seems very confused, and Rias when she, like, snapped her head, like, they heard a bone pop in an instant. This is where they're like, are you okay? This is where Sanji heard this and says, he just gotta go train in the demon arc time. This is where, he says, I still don't understand about anime most of the time. Don't you read manga? This is where, Sanji said quietly. This is where Sanji says, shh, you don't need to tell that to Rias. Okay. This is where Sabaki just says, I'm surprised. I thought he would want a harem. I don't think so. Mostly, the longest point I have ever me and Issei have been watching anime or even reading manga. I think the point that he wants, the only thing that Issei wants in his mind is probably from the villain side, chaos. This is where both Sona and Sabaki look at him and say, what? Okay. Mostly Sanji explains about how they mostly do watch anime and manga when they're like not being, or mostly having to be chasing, mostly Sanji having to chase Issei around because to show the girls that he's a pervert monster, blah blah blah. But yeah, so mostly Issei has kind of developed a friendship, with Sanji, to be like best friends and other things. And when they were like doing that whole dodgeball thing, they had to act kind of normal, like they hated each other, but really they were still best friends. But yeah, this is where Sona says, I see. So what is his favorite character? Madara Uchiha Naruto. Swear to God, this motherfucker really just wants to fight wants to fight a whole army, literally becoming Madara or something. Yeah, I don't know. I see. Then this is where, Sabaki says, so, what about the other anime, other stuff you have been watching? He mostly just wants to be the villain. That's what I just see him wanting to do. I see. Is that just his personality? Pretty much. But yeah, I don't think he really wants to be the anime. I think he's just joking around, but yeah. But mostly in Naruto, definitely his favorite character is Kurama and also, Madara. But yeah, don't ask me why. This is where, Sona and Sabaki nodded. This is where, Rias starts talking. We got to Rias. What do you mean, Issei? This is where Issei looks at her with very scared look and hides behind Sir Jackson and says, she's giving such a scary aura. What the hell is happening to her? This is where, Sir Jackson can also feel this and say, Rias-chan, are you okay? This is where, he's, like, his hands are kind of nervous and shaking. This is where, Rias says, I'm okay, older brother. I need you to move away from Issei. This is where, Issei says, don't you dare move away from me. If I ask you for one of the favors, do not move away, please. I'm scared. I'm very scared. This is where Issei, for some reason, feels fear around Rias. This is where Rias says, Issei, you don't need to feel fear around me. I am kind of your master. You should listen to me. This is where, Issei said, look at the time. I think I should go home before my mom and dad ask where have I been. So, Hey, can you make a magic circle? Like, put me back to the human world. I'm scared. This is where, well, Rias kind of looks at Issei in Sir Zax and says, don't you dare do anything. Don't you dare. This is where, well, Sir Zax says, I love you so much, my little sister, but you're just kind of scaring me and the human here. Or mostly your servant. That doesn't really matter, does it? This is where, well, Issei's scared. This is where, well, he's looking around. He sees the fried chicken. And this is where, well, Issei says, wait, she hates the fried chicken. If I hide behind the fried chicken, I think I'll be good. This is where Issei said, okay, Rias, how about this? We will talk about this in private. This is where Rias says, no, how about we talk about this now? What do you mean you don't want a harem? Issei said, a good example of why I don't want a harem right now. He points at the fried chicken. He was thinking of hiding behind him if any situation like went down or anything. He will hide behind Riser because he knows Riser is probably immortal. Probably. He doesn't know how much the sword actually affected him. But this is where, well, Rhea says, I see. So you don't want to become like, what's it called? Well, what's it called? The fried chicken. This is where, well, mostly Riser's getting annoyed the fact that he's called the fried chicken. Now, this is where, well, mostly Rhea says, but that doesn't matter. I would be surprised you didn't ask for being the harem king. Isn't that your dream? That's where Issei said, no, not really. I changed. I instead want to become... This is where he looks at Sanji and kind of smiles, this evilish smile. This is where mostly Sanji says, don't you fucking dare. He kind of whispered it out from his mouth. This is where, well, Issei says, I want to become the... This is where Issei says, this is gonna be crazy as hell. I want to become the best he says, I want to become the king of the Hokage substitute reaper. This is where, well, mostly he then smiles. This is just a big ass grin. It was just funny as hell. And this is where, well, mostly Sanji says, God damn it! Fuck you, man! This is where Issei says, fuck off, man. I will become the pirate king substitute. No, not substitute. Reaper. And, Soul Reaper. And, Hokage. Yeah, I think I fuck up that whole phrase. This is where he says. This is where, well, Sanji says, of course you do. You're an idiot. Fuck you, man. This is where, well, how about you fight me right the fuck now? This is where Sanji says, bring it on, motherfucker. This is where, well, Rias looks at him with a very cold, emotionless expression. That's where he says right now, getting scared. Hides behind, well, what's it called? Sir Zex. This is where, well, she's scaring me now. Really scaring me. What the hell's happening? I don't know. This is where he says, I think I should probably be leaving. Hey, Rias, I will see you back at the, well, mostly back at the, call it Research Club tomorrow when you're not in a very evilish mood to probably kill me. So, yeah, I'm thinking of doing that, okay? Just... I would be going. This is where he tries to make a magic circle and he can't. He says, fuck, I still can't make a magic circle. This is where, well, Rhea says, Issei, no. This is where, well, we're not done talking. She says with such a sinister kind of energy and emotionless kind of look. Sorry, he says, I'm scared. Very scared. Why are you looking at me with that? Nothing. I'm just surprised. I thought you would literally get you to say yes about the whole harem thing. Well, nah, I'll think about it more. I'm just going to walk away. Yeah, you're scaring me more. This is where, well, Rhea says, I see. Well, this is where, well, Sir Zack says, this will probably be a bad idea, but this is where he says, how about you two kind of decide to come outside for a second? This is where, well, Issei sweat drops and even, well, Rhea's a little bit after seeing Sir Zack's change of attitude. This is where, well, what's it called? Graceweed goes outside, and this is where, well, a griffin appears, and this is where Issei says, what the heck is that? A giant bird? This is where, well, Sir Zack says, no, this is a griffin. So, this is what is going to take you both home. Both you and, well, Rias. Issei sweats up and says, you're trying to literally kill me. Issei thinks in his head, I'm going to die. This is where, well, so Sir Zack says, yeah, so don't worry about it. This is where, well, they decide to get on the griffin and they flies away. This is where it gets to the, what's it called, mostly the human world. And this is where Issei is dropping high, kind of like a little bit next on top of the griffin's head, and this is where, well, Issei saying, this is actually amazing. If I'm not literally gonna feel like I'm gonna die. This is where, well, he then looks behind and sees, well, Ria's kind of looking at him with this kind of looking anger glare most of the time. Issei says, okay, Rias, why do you keep looking at me with such anger? The only reason why I'm looking at you with anger is because I'm surprised you didn't just say that you really wanted to become a harem king or something. Well, that's because I had a thing to, well, think about when I was fighting against Riser. Other than that, I don't really plan to get any harem. No. I'm just going to look for true love, that much. This is where Rios was surprised. True love? Yeah, just like how you talk about you wanted to find someone special and true love and other stuff, and you wanted to love them forever because you have so many years to live and blah blah blah. That's what I want to do. I want to find someone that I actually like and love. This is where Issei then remembers a flashback of the same memory that he kind of remembers of a girl, mostly a childhood friend. And this is where, well, he says, why can't I remember her name? This is where, well, Ria says, I see. Well, Issei. This is where Issei said, huh? Oh, look, we're near, what's it called, the house. I'm gonna just jump down. Is that fine? This is where Ria says, wait, Issei. Issei jumps off the whole griffin and says, see ya. This is where, well, Issei is falling down and thinking, how the fuck am I gonna land this? Fuck it. I did manage to figure out how to do what's it called, flash shift, if I can remember. Issei said, flash him. This is where he flashed up into a tree. Ow, my face. That hurt it. Okay, never doing that again until I have a master in flash shift. This is where, well, Issei decides to kind of go to the store and just kind of get a drink and wonder about life. That's where Issei is wondering about something. Wondering about true love. Would he be able to find it, or would he fail and never finding what that feeling is? He sighs and says, all I know now is I don't really care about lust, do I? This is where, well, Issei then thinks about something else. Well, other than that, I think Ria should be fine by herself. I don't think she's gonna go after me any damn time soon, right? Issei thinks about it in his head, because he's kind of feeling like Rios wants to tell him something. This is where, well, mostly Issei couldn't really put it on his hand, but this is where, well, Drake actually appears, mostly with a gauntlet, or not even a gauntlet, mostly the green glow. Issei then appears in the alleyway and says, what the hell, Drake? What the hell are you doing? You know, if people see this is where they will make them freak out. Sorry about that, partner. For some reason, I can't contact you through your mind. So I decided to just green glow. So mostly, I'm just wondering, what the fuck are you doing? Huh? What the fuck you mean, what am I doing? I'm walking. No, I'm talking about why didn't you actually took her kind of first kiss? Whose first kiss? I'm talking about the red hair. You know, the devil? The master that you have? She literally looks like she was about to give it to you. But you literally jumped off and then flashed up into a, well, hit yourself into a tree. Which I don't even know how you did that. But that's not the matter, the point. I'm confused. Didn't you love her? This is where Issei said, love her? I only like her because of my lustful self. Now that I got rid of my lustful self, I now have to train in becoming the king of my true soul. So that's why I didn't decide to take her first kiss, because I don't truly love her. That was only lust that was controlling me. But other than that, I'm looking for someone that truly means everything to me, not just out of lust. This is where, well, mostly, what's it called? Drake says, I still don't understand what true love. I'm sorry. Then again, you did get sealed thousands of years, so I guess you never did figure out anything about that. You've been fighting against a white dragon Albion or something. This is where, well, mostly Drake says, okay, yes, that is true, but, and you never did find true love, so whatever. Well, then again, if true love is you fighting against another dragon, then I guess that's true love. I don't know. I don't judge Drake. I don't judge if you're actually, what's it called, if you're in the closet. This is where Drake says, I'm not in the closet, you little brat. Show some damn respect to your elders. You're an old-ass dragon. I'm not showing respect to an old-ass dragon that decides to fight against another dragon and then got sealed away. I'm not showing respect. Fuck off. This is where Drake says, I'm gonna kill you, bruh. Whatever. You can do that later. Right now I'm thinking of something. This is where, well, Drake scoffs and says, whatever, bruh. We go into mostly Issei getting to his house, and of course where he opens the door and kind of goes in and kind of goes into his room, closes the door, and decides to fall asleep. This is where, well, Issei then thinks of other memories. A girl that's mostly been playing with him since he was younger. Mostly before, what's it called, that? Mostly she seems to be before that of, well, both Iron, Masui, or Murahama. She seems to be much more closer than he expected. Mostly she seems to be the first friend that he ever had. This is where, well, Issei's confused. Was she really the first friend I ever had? I don't remember her name. Why did I forget? Damn it, my lisp self must have erased a memory or something. Or I might just be too dumb and an idiot. Why can't I remember her name? This is where Issei woke up and decides to go to school thinking that will probably change his mind. Or probably just piss him off the whole day. Which, when he went to school, he decides not to look at any girl because they didn't really interest in that much. But this is where, well, mostly Issei also did change a little bit. From last night, he really didn't pay attention to his hair or mostly his eyes. But from last night, kind of something happened. Both of his eyes kind of changed. Or, not both of his eyes. Mostly two of his eyes are still the same. But his hair is completely different. It's actually a silvery white. This is where, well, Issei is confused why everyone's looking at him. Mostly the girls and guys. The guys are glaring at him. The girls are looking at him with hearts. And this is where Issei says, what the hell just happened? Why are people looking at me like I'm some kind of supermodel? Bitch, I'm not no supermodel, Issei thinks in his head. I look quite not supermodel-ish. This is where, well, Issei thinks about it and says, maybe I should go to the bathroom. Maybe someone dyed my hair. No, mom and dad are still not here. No, Azir won't do. I don't think I've seen her today. What to think? This is where, well, mostly someone stopped him in an instant, and that was none other than Moriyama. And this is where Moriyama says, hey, Issei, is that you? Issei said, no shit it is. The hell do you think I am? Fucking Casper? It's me, in the flesh, I guess you can say. Then why do you look taller and, well, why is your hair silverish gray? Or snowy silverish gray? Issei says, silverish gray? Isn't it brown? What do you mean, silverish gray? This is where, well, Moriyama says, you don't know about your hair color? No, it's supposed to be brown. What are you talking about? This is where Moriyama pulls out like a mirror from her kind of like, well, jacket. And of course it's like a small mirror to like, for like girls to see into their makeup or whatever. He kind of grabs it. And this is where when he looks at his hair, he widens his eyes and screams out, what the fuck? Everyone heard it. This is where everyone widened their eyes. This is where, well, Issei says, what the? Issei is just stunned and shocked to believe that his hair is now silverish, snowy, kind of gray. This is where, well, Issei says, what the hell happened to my hair? Issei literally passed out from just shocked and dumbfounded. And this is where, well, mostly the mirror did kind of fly up from his hand, and mostly Moriyama grabbed it and was confused in Issei's reaction and shocked. And this is where, well, we go into the mindscape. Issei said, which one of you motherfuckers changed my hair color? This is where all of them kind of says, hey, nice hair color. This is where all of them looked at him, just smiling. This is where, except for the sun one, he still doesn't understand. But whatever. This is where, well, Kurama looks at him, mostly the Nine-Tails, looked at him and says, oh, what happened to your hair? I kind of just changed some of your DNA and decided to change your brownish hair towards silverish snow gray. Isn't that better? This is where, well, Issei glares at the Nine-Tails and says, you're that motherfucker that decides to change my hair color? Do you not see how bad this is? Oh, come on, it's fine, kid. This is where, well, Drake was staring at and managing to cross over to kind of see the other three figures. This is where, well, Drake says, this is quite an interesting building. I can't believe I'm standing on the side of the building. But that's not the point. Issei, is that you? My hair. My hair. My darkish brown hair. You little... This is what Issei says. I swear to God. Change my hair back to normal. This is where the line says, that's going to be impossible. Why? I forgot how I did it. When the hell did you do this? When you were asleep. How the fuck did I not see this in the morning? What the fuck was... This is where he literally fell down on the ground and says, how the fuck am I gonna change it back? Literally grayish fucking silverish, no hair. Damn it. Luckily you didn't change my eyes to be silver color. Thank God. But still. No, I even tried to change your eye color to be like silver color, or red, or gold, or whatever. I'm happy that they didn't change. Because fuck you. No, don't worry, I'll figure out. This already says it. No, you fucking don't, you damn Ninetales. Thank God you didn't figure it out. But that's not the point. This is going to be a terrible day. No, you know what? I'm not going to school. I'm ditching. I don't care. I don't care what's it called. Rios gets angry. Fuck that. Well, Issei wakes up from his mindscape after kind of talking to the four of them. Mostly the three inner demons and Drake. And this is where, Issei said, those fuckers are... I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I fucking hate him. This is where, Issei kind of wakes up and he sees he's kind of in the nurse office and someone says, oh, you're awake. This is where, Issei looks up and sees kind of this, like, darkish purplish haired girl. Well, mostly her hair is purplish. She seems to have bandages around her kind of body. And, of course, mostly her arm and kind of leg. And she seems to be wearing the kind of nurse's, mostly a nurse outfit. And this is where, her name is... This is where, she has dullish purplish eyes with darker brown, not darkish brown, darkish purplish hair. And of course, where, she says, oh, you're awake. This is where Issei says, who are you? Maiken Sumiki, that's my name. Well, I'm happy that you're awake, Issei-kun. That's where Issei said, wait, did you just call him Issei-kun? Issei's still trying to wrap his head around his hair color now changing out of fucking nowhere. Actually, no, not out of nowhere, out of fucking purpose. This is where he says, I'm gonna kill that fucking Ninetales bastard. This is where Issei said, yeah, sorry, what happened last time? You passed out and some of the Kendo class girls decided to bring you here. She's right now stuttering a little bit. This is where, Issei says, I see. Still, why did he call me Kun? Don't you know I'm the most hated person in the school? Yes, but, the girl population decided to change your, popular attitude was, because you kind of didn't just look at any of the girls in the beginning. And you're barely looking at me most of the time with lust or any of that. You're looking at me with the intent of, what the fuck is happening? He said, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But, I have a headache. Sorry about that. No. I'll get you something for your headache. But yeah, the girls kind of changed your kind of attitude and other things towards being the silver hair prince of Koa. There's the golden hair prince, that being Kiba and you. And I guess the change must have been because of you being in the occult research club. So yeah, this is where, Issei said, huh? No. Wait. Did you say I'm the silver hair prince? Yes. Do you have dye hair color? Being any other fucking hair color than this? This is where, Micah says, no, not really. Are you sure? Is there any chemicals that I can just throw in my hair and it will somehow turn back to brown? This is where, she says, I have bleach, but that would be a bad idea. I think the only way for you to let your hair go back to brown is by letting it grow. He says, this is gonna take fucking years. I fucking hate them. This is where, Mike says, still, why would you like to change? Your hair color looks great on you. Actually, the reason why I'm telling you to probably let it grow is because, I did take a little sample of your hair color and decided to run it to test, and, it seems that it's permanently kind of silver hair. Wait, it's just gonna it's gonna stay silverish snow white hair? Yes. Issei already know about this, but he has that look of like, I'm gonna kill someone. This is where, Micah says, I don't know how it turns permanently silver white hair. It's probably all because of all the stress. Well, that would just turn it gray, but, maybe it is all the stress. I don't really know. I guess human genetics works kind of differently in everyone. And, yeah. Issei said, I'm going to literally die out of death. Please. This is where Issei then says, I got fuck this shit. This is where Issei said, I'm going to literally die. I hate you, Kurama. I hate you. This is where, well, Issei said, well, I should be getting to class then. No, wait, no. Can you call Sanji here for me? This is where, well, Sanji says, I'm already here, asshole. Issei says, well, you actually care about me. Nah, motherfucker, I just came here to see about your hair color. And it's literally silver Snow White. What the fuck happened to you? It must have been the stress. That's all I'm gonna say because I don't fucking know. This is where, well, Sanji says, that fucking sucks. You realize that this school is now calling you the silver hair prince, right? The silver prince. From the golden prince, you being second. Then again, that makes sense. And what rank are you, motherfucker? I'm third. They changed me from being second to third. Then can I color your hair bronze? This is where, well, we're not doing this, motherfucker. We're not, there's no such thing as being color bronze. Okay, copper. No, fuck you. This is where Issei says, you're mean. This is where, well, Sanji says, still, I hate it. Bro, can we just like dye your hair, I don't know, brown back again? Since if it's permanently just staying gray, then let's just dye it brown. Do you got hair dye then? No, I can go buy some after the school day. But yeah, Issei said, then let's go fucking do that because I'm not staying as the silver hair prince. No. Even if we have to dye it black, I think I'll be better in black. Damn, you be looking like an emo. You're gonna be looking like Sasuke Uchiha out here. Motherfucker be looking like Madara out here. Fuck you, man. This is where, well, they're kind of just cussing each other. This is where, well, Mike said, can you two stop? You might wake up any of the other patients. This is where, well, the two other patients kind of open the curtains. And, of course, it's none other than Matsue and Motohama. This is where they say, Issei, you traitor. We're going to kick your ass. This is where Issei says, you're going to do what? This is where, well, Issei has a murder look towards him. This is where they say, no, we're kidding. We're kidding. We weren't actually going to do anything. This is where Issei says, that's what I fucking thought. This is where, well, Sanji just chuckles and says, wow, you're really keeping them on a leash. Don't remind me of this bullshit. Now, hair dye. This is where Sanji says, yeah, hair dye. This is where, well, Matsui Motohama says, still, how's your hair kind of fully dye? Aren't you two resting? Or wait, it seems that you two aren't resting full enough. Let me help you guys. No, we this is where they shut the curtain and jump into their own bed. That's where Issei says, that's what I fucking thought. This is where, well, Micah is just seeing this and kind of giggling a little bit. This is where, when she kind of giggles a little bit, Issei looks at her and this is where she gets scared. And this is where Issei says, sorry about that look. Mostly, I'm just still surprised people giggle at me. Or, yeah. This is where, well, Sanji says, well, I thought you were literally just glaring at her. I was just about surprised. This is where Issei says, that's not the point. No. What was we going to do again? Oh, yeah. Hair dye. Yeah, hair dye. This is where someone says, no hair dye. This is where, well, two people entered the room, and it's none other than Rias and Sona. This is where, well, Rias says, Issei. This is where Sona says, not Sabaki, mostly Sanji. This is where, well, Issei switch drops. Sanji switch drops. This is where there's another door on the other side. This is where, well, Mika says, I will be sitting over here. This is where, well, Issei jumps up the bed and says, Sanji, open the door now. This is where Sanji says, I don't really want to be punished by my master, so I'm gonna just sit here. Issei says, well, that's not your fault. This is where Issei was about to grab the door in an instant. And of course, when he opens it, Koneko and Akano were on the other side. Akano says, ara Issei. Koneko says, where are you going? Issei said, Matsui Motohama. This is where Matsui Motohama says, yes. Become a shield here and like push them away. This is where, well, they said, do you think this is a good idea? Don't you think we might get arrested? Either you do it or not, or you're dead. This is where they say, got it! They tried to rush through, and this is where Momoshi Koneko punched him in the stomach so hard. And this is where, well, they get knocked down. This is where he says, okay, that was kind of useless for me to say something like that. This is going to be annoying. This is where, well, Issei said, so can we talk about this? This is where Konako says, no. Akano says, I'm sorry, Ara, but we can't really talk. This is where Issei says, Kiba, help! This is where they look around and say, Kiba isn't here. He's at his classroom. This is where Issei managed to push through them and kind of just like mostly not push through them, mostly slide under their legs. And this is where Issei says, see you guys. This is where Issei's running. This is where both of them were on their eyes. And of course, this is where Issei's running. Fuck. And this is where, well, Sanji sweatshops and says, damn lucky bastard, I should have done something like that. This is where Sanji says, you should have done what? This is where he says, nothing. Ow, my ear. This is where, well, Rias just glares at his bed and says, damn it, idiot. This is where, oh, Rias had to mostly erase the memories of what mostly mostly Matsuma and Hama doing, but yeah. But other than that, they kind of chase after Issei. Now Issei is running and saying, fuck, where I go? Where the hell do I go? Gotta go. This is where he kind of like, kind of was coming across a mostly not edge. Mostly he was gonna turn left or right, but when he was about to turn left in an instant, he bumped into a girl with kind of whitish hair and kind of reddish eyes. She said, ow! You insolent! This is where he says, sorry. He grabs all the papers, put them on neatly into her hand, and this is where he says, sorry about that. Ow, my hair. This is where she glares at him, but notice the snow white hair. This is where, well, she says, who the hell was that again? This is where, well, Akano and Konako says, hey, do you know where a silver snow white hair kid ran? Yeah, he ran that way. He said he was running. Shit. I feel like they're gaining on me, and I can't go holify. No. Damn it, I wish I was literally a spirit. Why do I have bad luck like this? This is where, well, Issei was running, and this is where Issei kind of noticed someone right now talking towards another person. This is where, well, they seem to be new students, but this is where, well, he kind of slipped on water because he noticed the wet sign and says, oh, for fuck's sakes, not this shit. This is where Issei accidentally was slipping and say, oh shit, watch out! And this is where, well, both of the people wind their eyes and realize, well, shit, they had to jump out of the way, which they managed to, which Issei smashed into the wall. Ow, son of a, ow, my face. This is where, well, not his face. Mostly he was sliding with his leg kind of forward, and this is where he says, fuck. This is where he smashed into the wall and say, oh, my whole body hurts like a bitch. This is where he kind of looks up to the ceiling, and two people kind of look down and says, are you okay? Mostly, it seems to be, a dark, well, not dark, mostly light purplish hair girl with kind of, well, she had kind of like dark purplish eyes, but it wasn't dull. It just, yeah. And the other one kind of had like these dullish, well, palish blue eyes. And of course, she had kind of palish, rose blondish hair. It's two ponytails. This is where they kind of ask Issei if he's okay. He says that, I think so. Ah, fuck the wet sign. Who the fuck spilled water into the ground? I'm going to kill them later. This is where Issei tries to get up, and of course he's trying to like get up, but this is where he feels his leg hurting like a bitch. Damn it. This is where, well, they said, are you really okay? Akano and Konako say, Issei. This is where he says, shit, gotta run. Sorry about bumping into both of you, or sorry almost hitting you. I gotta be going. This is where, well, he tries to like run, but his leg still hurts, and this is where Rias appears right in front of him, mostly on the other side, saying, where do you think you're going, Issei? Sanji says, ow. Issei, I'm sorry, bro, but, what's it called? I couldn't stop them. This is where, well, mostly someone kind of said, Issei? This is where all of them turn to see the blondish hair girl, and this is where Issei said, huh? Do you know me? This is where someone said, oh, you must be the two new students. Sorry about if Issei almost hit you or something. No, it's fine. This is where the blondish hair girl kind of walks up to, well, Issei. Issei, don't you remember me? It's me, Junko. Huh? Wait. This is where Issei remembers something in his past life. Or mostly not past life. Mostly in his flashback when he was a child. And this is where, well, mostly he just remembers kind of giving a hand towards a girl who was hurt when he was younger. And of course when he was like about like 5 or something. And of course this is where Issei says, the name's Issei Hiro. This is where, well, he then says, what's your name? This is where, this is only a flashback. And the girl kind of says, the name's Junko Enoshima. This is where, well, She was kind of crying, but this is where she kind of happy to meet someone else. This is where, well, Issei says, Junko and Nishima? This is where, well, Junko smiles and says, Issei, I can't believe my luck. I thought you would move to somewhere else. Sorry about leaving you when I was younger and other stuff. We had a situation. This is where she like jumped and hugs him. This is where Issei said, this is like mostly his body almost shut down in an instant. This is where, well, all of the people inside his mindscape, mostly the demons, are kind of just watching this and kind of just spit out and say, what the fuck? He actually found his true love? Damn. This must be some kind of anime or some bullshit. Because this is not gonna work like in fucking real life. They're kind of breaking the fourth wall, but yeah. This is where, well, Issei kind of says, Junko. This is where, well, his face is kind of tinted, mostly tinted pink. And Junko's just smiling at him and says, I can't believe you're so much bigger and I didn't expect you to kind of have silverish, snowy white hair. This is where, well, Issei said, about that, I don't really know how that turns silverish pinkish. But this is where, well, mostly Junko says, still, it's nice to meet you. I think I should be getting to class though. So see you around. Issei said, yeah, see you around. This is where, well, she like walked off with her friend. This is where Issei said, This is where Sanji kind of puts his hand around what's it called, Issei saying, oh, I didn't expect you to fall in love so fast. Shut the hell up. She's a childhood friend of mine. Well, I wish she was more than that, but not the point. This is where, well, Kiba said, oh, did you say something? Did you say that you want her to be more than just friends? That's quite interesting. And I'm not gonna say, I'm going to say one thing. I approve. She is kind of cute. And definitely her kind of, I don't know, her chest size seems to be quite big. Not gonna lie. This is where Issei said, I'm not into lust. Fuck off, man. She's a friend. That's all. Uh-huh. Didn't you say you wanted to be more? Issei says, fuck you, man. This is where, well, mostly Rhea sees this and sees that it might be competition. Mostly Issei seems to kind of know the girl. And of course, this is where, well, the girl seems to know Issei. Now, of course, this is where, well, we go into Junko kind of talking. Junko says, didn't expect Issei to become really adorable. Actually, he was still adorable when he was little, but still, it's kind of more. This is where, well, the girl next to her kind of says, Junko, what the hell? Don't start going all lustful and other stuff. I'm not lustful. I'm just very interesting. He is kind of my childhood friend and the first person I ever met. Fine, whatever. Still, what happened if Dad finds out about this? I think he really wouldn't care. What about your brother? That fucking white hair bastard can go fuck off. This is where, well, the purplish hair girl says, whatever. But still, do you think that he will like you back if you like admit your feelings? This is where, well, Junko kind of says, well, maybe. I actually don't know. There's other girls that were there and there. I might be kind of losing to the dark blue hair girl. The red hair girl seems to be beautiful, but she also has a devilish aura. They all have devilish auras, except for Issei. He has such a sinister aura that it wasn't kind of demonic at the same time. I can't believe he might become a devil. This is where, well, she was kind of talking towards mostly her friend. Her friend kind of says, maybe, or maybe there's a chance that he's not a devil. I don't know. This is where, well, we go into Issei. Issei is now into the club room, and this is where Rias asked Issei about the hair. Issei said, don't fucking know. Might have been stress, might have been whatever. Might have been the unlock of my powers and whatever bullshit. And this is where, well, Rias says, okay, fine. This is where, well, Rias then tells Issei to never see the girl again, the blondish hair girl. This is where Issei said, what? Why? She's my friend. She's a fallen. This is where Issei said, what? What are you talking about? She's not a fallen. If she was a fallen, she would have been quite lustful or any of that bullshit. Don't know why, but she kind of feels familiar towards someone else. But not the point. I want you to stay away from her. What happens if she tried to kill you? That would never happen. Why? Because that wouldn't ever happen. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm getting back to class. Issei, take my warning. That's where Issei said, and what happened if I don't? What, are you going to try to have to abuse me and hit me or something? Too bad for you. I'm not trying to listen to random bullshit that you're going to tell me. I saved you from Rise or Phoenix, and that's all you got to care about. Now go figure out how your love life is gonna work. This is where Issei kind of walks away, and this is where Ria's kind of saddened a little bit. This is where, well, mostly Akano and Kaneko kind of notice this. This is where, well, Akano says, what's it called, Rias? Are you really trying to tell him to stay away from falling? It seems that falling didn't really have that much anger, but then again, I still don't like fallings. But the other girl didn't seem to be a falling exactly. She kind of felt something else. But still, that doesn't mean anything. She seems not to really attack anyone, and she seems to be really friendly with Issei. Really nice with him. Are you jealous by any chance? This is where Rios looks at Akano with a glaring look and says, I'm not jealous. Now shush. This is where, well, Akano says, sorry about that then. This is where Akano says, well, I gotta be going. Let's go, Kaneko. Kaneko says, yeah. This is where she eats her chips and just walks away. This is where Rios smashes her fist into a death and says, he has to be mine. He's the only one that actually cares about me. No, but then again he changes. Ah, damn it. This is where Issei's then thinking in his head, can't believe she's here. She's actually here. Maybe Iron is also here. Was it Iron or Irina? I can't remember. Whatever. This is where Issei walks away and kind of get into his next class, but then thinking of just ditching. So he goes up to the school top building and just decides to chill there for the rest of the day because he said, fuck that. Too many girls are just gonna be looking at me. So yeah. So other than that, I'm going to end it off here for part kind of part 1 of this what if. What if Issei had the big 3 inner demons? But yep, other than that, bye, see you, and yeah.